Cameron Norrie boosted his chances of qualifying for the ATP Finals as he recorded his 50th win of the season. The recent Indian Wells champion looked solid as he overcame Riley Opelka 6-3, 6-4 in the second round of the Paris Masters on Wednesday, November 3, and opened up on the feeling of chasing a spot at the prestigious year-end tournament. Norrie recently won the biggest title of his career in Indian Wells, the Master 1000 event often dubbed the fifth Grand Slam. It propelled the 26-year-old to a career high of world number 13, and he became the British number 1 for the first time in his career. He also currently sits at 11th in the race to Turin, the new host city of the ATP Finals, and is one of 4 players in contention for the final 2 spots. As well as Norrie, Casper Ruud, Jannik Sinner and Hubert Hurkacz are also vying for a spot in the season-ending championships. If the recent Indian Wells champion can nab one of the last 2 places, he will be the first Brit to qualify since 2016, when Andy Murray won the title in London's O2 Arena and clinched a year-end number 1 ranking at the same time. Norrie's chances of qualifying were boosted after he won his second-round match at the Paris Masters on Wednesday, November 3, which also became his 50th win of 2021. The 26-year-old has continued his incredible run of form from Indian Wells, needing just 73 minutes to overcome the big serving world no 2-5, 6-3, 6-4. Riley's a great player and he's really tough to play against, Norrie said of his 6'11" opponent, speaking on Amazon Prime Video following his victory. He can play really aggressive at times and he can lock it down and make a lot of balls, and then obviously with his serve it's difficult, but I managed to put some returns in at the right times and chip on my forehand side and I was just happy to get through it at the end. Norrie also finds himself competing for one of the final 2 spots in Turin as well as the title this week, and says it's a cool feeling to be in the mix for the ATP Finals. He currently sits at 11th in the race, with the top 8 players of the season qualifying for the 1500-point event. With Nadal out for the rest of the season and the first 6 spots taken, Norrie sits behind Ruud, Hurkacz and Sinner in the race to qualify. The world number 13 needs to make up 130 points on the man ahead of him, Sinner, in the next 2 weeks, and will have extra motivation to go far in Paris after the Italian lost to Carlos Alcaraz, leaving him unable to gain more points this week. Speaking on the race to Turin, Norrie said, "I'm watching all the matches and I think everyone else is as well. It's cool to have something extra to play for." The Brit next faces in-form Taylor Fritz in the round of 16, with the American fresh off the back of making the final of St. Petersburg last week. "I've played him a lot in my career, I think the most of anyone, so we both know each other's games very well," Norrie said of his next opponent. "He's extremely confident, had a final last week and has beaten 2 good opponents this week. When he's confident he's very, very dangerous, so I'm going to have to watch out for him. He too has a good serve, so I'm going to have to return well and play the big points very well.